For example, I want to investigate, okay, Apple Watch is 349. Why? Right click and show data point, and I click over here. So from here, we can actually investigate, okay, why and so on. So this helps us to actually understand the data, how we can actually play around with the data, how we can understand things and so on. So yeah, of course, the above we can put a title. That is later, that's the final part. So this visual gives us a big story, a big picture. What's the performance of the products from January up to December. Next, I'm going to create another page. This page, what I want to do is basically I want to show the Apple product categories. So I'm going to click a table and I'm going to choose Apple product categories. And what I want to do here is I'm going to take your sales. So here we have the sales. So let me just adjust this. So, or you can just go here and then you can go to the column headers and you can go to the options, and up to you whether you want to grow to fit or you want to fit the content. So up to you whether fit the content, that is up to you. And what I want to do here is I want to put another sales over here. Okay, you may ask me why I want to put another sales, because here I want to show the percentage of grand total. So I'm going to click this, show value as % of grand total. Just like that, it will show us the data, and when I click here, I can get an understanding who is the highest, who is the lowest, and so on. And if they say you want to increase the size, no matter how you can enlarge the visual, it will not increase the font size. So you need to go here, you go to values, you put here 20. So automatically this will make it bigger. And just say you want to increase the header, you can go to the column header, you put here 20. And just like that, it will increase. Style preset, up to you whether you want to choose minimal or alternating rows. So just like that, it will change accordingly. So now we do this, but if just say you want to change the header name, you can just double click here. So this one, I'll just put total sales. So this is total sales, and this one I want to name it as allocation. And there you go. Alright, so now we have like allocation and so on. Maybe I also want to create another column as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down over here, and this one maybe I just put maybe like an average or something. So I'm just going to put here average. Okay, so of course that doesn't really matter. Of course, what my intention right now is I want to put a data bar. So I'm going to go here, format your visual, and I'm going to go to the cell elements. So here I'm going to choose the average sales, and I'm going to turn on the data bar. I don't want the labels to appear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show here. Okay, so this is show bar only, and I want to choose maybe dark blue, and just press OK. And there you go. So now this is how the data looks like. But if just say you really don't want the total, so what you can do is you can just go to the total and you can just turn off. So now it looks okay, it looks better. And maybe I want to rename as performance. So now it looks better. So you can just change this accordingly. Alright, so now this visual we can give us an understanding that who is the highest and so on. Now what's next? Next thing that I want to show is basically a bar chart that shows us the performance of Apple product models and also the sales. So I'm going to click here a clustered bar chart, and let me just click on the screen and click on clustered bar chart and Apple product model, and click on the sales. So from here we can actually understand, okay, who is the highest and so many things. So let me just adjust this accordingly. Okay, and if you want to put a data label, you can just put here. I'm going to on the data label, and I want to put it inside. So I'm going to put a position to the inside end. So now you can see what's the performance and so on. You can actually enlarge, and up to you. So maybe I enlarge like this. So yeah, we can actually see. Okay, so apparently what we can understand is, okay, so this 8.7 million goes to MacBook and so on. You want to change the title and so on. Here, what I want to do is basically I want to show. It can be a tree map, it can be a pie chart. So maybe I just choose pie chart. So over here, what is the purpose of pie chart is to show the sales method. So tick the sales method, tick the sales. So from here we can actually see. Up to you when you want to increase like this. So maybe of course when we increase like this, it doesn't increase that much. So we must put the legend down. So I'm going to put here the legend. I'm going to put here at the bottom left. Okay, so now it looks bigger. But if just you don't want this, you can actually choose a tree map. Can be in the form of tree map, can be in the form of funnel, up to you actually. So maybe I'm going to just turn on the data labels. Okay, so we have 14 million, but maybe I don't want the 40 million, I just want none. And yep, we can see mostly all is almost 14.3, 14.3 and so on. So we can just play around, we can just understand how's the performance and so many things. And you want to change the title, you can just change the title accordingly. Okay, you can change the title and so on. So here in page 1, what we have is we do have based on countries, region and so on. What I want to do is I want to make sure that my slicer also reflect here. Meaning to say, whenever I just click, just say India, when I click India, I also want this page 2 to be reflected. How I'm going to do it? Well, you need to click on the slicer first. Make sure your slicer is active. Then where you go is you go to view. Under view, we have sync slicer. Click the sync slicer and make sure this is visible. This is sync. So you need to sync in page 1 and page 2. And of course, I don't want it to be visible in the page 2. So just say when I just click any country like Bangladesh, for example, so you will notice that it will change dynamically. Okay, the numbers has changed and yes, it has changes. So if just say I want to choose maybe Malaysia, since I'm from Malaysia, so when I click Malaysia and I go to page 2, yep, there you go. So it changes dynamically. We notice the numbers has changed and so on. So if just say I put here clear, and when I go here, so of course it shows me 14, 14, 14, 55, 30 and so on. But if just say I choose a particular place, like for example Auckland. So when I choose Auckland, so when we go to page 2, you will notice there will be some changes. Okay, so let me just, okay, maybe Auckland, I need to do the same thing. I need to sync. Okay, so now if just say I click here, so you'll notice there will be some difference because Auckland we have 20,000, 18,000 and yeah, it will changes accordingly. So if just say I don't want Auckland, maybe I want Bangalore. So when I click Bangalore and I go to page 2, so it will changes automatically 64%, and this is how you can do and so on. So I want to do the same thing. Maybe I sync for page 1 and page 2. Yep, there you go. So this is how you can just play around and yep, there you go. So right now we have done this, so you can actually ask yourself like, what is this presentation, how we can actually understand from this given data. In page 1, we understand the performance from January up to December. In page 2, what's page 2 is? Page 2 is basically we understand by product performance. That means we understand that MacBook is the highest, which product model is the highest, what sales method is the highest. We can also do the same